Right, this is a video on weaving into flatlock stitch, which I've done on this panel. This is regular flatlock stitch. That's the top side of it. And in fact, these ladders are the underside of it. And I've used Dazzle in the lower looper, and I used Designer 7 in the needle. And when I do use thick embroidery threads, I use a top stitch needle. Unless, of course, I'm doing cover or chain, then I have to use a surgeon needle. But I used a top stitch needle because it has a larger eye to get the thicker thread in. So this is how I did it. It's really ever so simple. This is the top of the stitch, and you can see it's folded like that. And the idea is that you pull on it and it flattens out. I think that's probably why it's called flatlock stitch. So you pull it out, and it provides a nice flat seam, so it's great for something like fleece. And then on the back you can see that there are actually ladders. Another time I use flatlock stitch is if I'm attaching lace to something or trim. This is the underside, so in other words I sewed from this side, and this is the underside, and they're the ladders, and I've already threaded a piece of ribbon through for you to see. So all I do with the weaving of the ribbon is I went under the ladders for 3 stitches, and then I went over the top for 3 stitches. Then I went under the ladders again for 6 stitches, over the top and put my trim in. And then I went 6 under the ladder stitch. And then what I'm going to do is just fold this round, and I'm just going to miss 3 stitches, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, and then go in for 6. I'm using a blunt needle, otherwise it gets caught in the fabric. It's a wool needle. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then when I pull that up, I'm going to make sure it locks in this trim. Okay, so now I'm going to fold it around the other way and miss 3 stitches, go over the top of the trim, 1 2 3, and under for 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and you can see the trims feeding in again. Okay, so that's all you do. You just feed the trim under, take the ribbon over, miss 3 stitches, 1 2 3, and go under for 6. And that's all you do. You just weave this thick trim into the ribbon that's threading through the ladder stitches.